faces from every nation. I wanna find a place that's for conversation, where they discuss all the latest movies, or when something big happens in the news. See, that's us, what are we talking about? So what are we talking about today?
Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of What Are We Talking About? Today, I'm just going to share my thoughts on the new Central Intelligence starring Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. Just saw it today, and overall, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's a funny movie. That's the most important thing when it comes to a comedy. It's an action comedy-ish, more comedy than action, but definitely I enjoyed it. And the one worry that you may have going into a movie like this is Kevin Hart has had a lot of movies lately, and his shtick is getting a little old. But you don't have to worry about that with this movie, because he's not as shticky in this movie. He's more of the straight man in this movie. So if that was your only worry, I think you'll enjoy this film. But overall, yeah. So first of all, the chemistry between Kevin Hart and The Rock is just awesome. I forget what the actress's name is, but she was in The Office. She played Holly. Like she marries Michael Scott eventually. She's the CIA villain kind of in this movie, and she does a really good job. There's a few things that are kind of you expect to happen. You can see them coming. This is a spoilers review, so I'll just tell you I enjoyed it. But now I'm going to talk about spoilers, so shut this off if you haven't seen it. But I mean, it's a comedy, so that I'm not going to spoil all the jokes or anything. But there's a couple things that happen. So at one point you find out, Dwayne Johnson is talking about his partner and how his partner died on a mission. And when it shows it's Aaron Paul, immediately you think, okay, so he's not actually dead. There's no way that Aaron Paul was just this tiny little cameo, and he ends up not being. He comes back later in the movie. There was something else. Maybe I'll remember it. But they did a really good job with, like I said, the chemistry between The Rock and Kevin Hart is one of the best things. It's also got a lot of meta humor in this. They make references to Hercules, like The Rock is in Hercules. In the blooper reel, at one point, Dwayne Johnson, because his character's name originally was Robbie Weirdick, and now it's Bob Stone, and he says something about, oh, Bob Stone's not even my real name, and Kevin Hart's like, what about Sting and Mr. T and The Rock? Those are just made-up names by dumbass people or whatever. It's pretty funny. There's a few moments like that. But yeah, overall, there's a lot of also situational and physical humor in this where, The Rock will be doing something, and then all of a sudden he's either just gone or doing something else somewhere else. There's a lot of that, just surprise humor like that, and it's done overall really well. It's not the funniest movie I've ever seen, but overall, I highly recommend it. And yeah, definitely think people will enjoy this movie. I don't know. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comments down below. I'm going to rate it a 2 out of 3. It's a movie you should definitely check out, but you don't have to see it in theaters. You could definitely wait until it comes out on DVD or streaming. But overall, it's a good movie, and I recommend watching it. But like I said, let me know what your thoughts are on Central Intelligence in the comments below. Did you watch the movie? Did you enjoy it? Did you dislike it? Are you tired of Kevin Hart and his shtick comedy? Also, Melissa McCarthy makes a cameo in this movie, and there's no, it's just a small cameo, so there's no chance for her to be all Melissa McCarthy shtick either. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and thanks for checking out my review, and until next time. Never stop The Rock.